Hello and welcome to the Hill Gardens. I'm coming to you from our kitchen today because we are 1 week away from starting our seeds. Actually, I think we're closer to about 6 days because I'm going to be recording on Saturday and posting on Sunday. So we're actually going to be starting our seeds this coming Saturday, the 17th. And we showed you the size garden we're doing, and everyone always asks me the same question: what are you going to do with all that food? Well, we have lots of ways for preserving food. Of course, the main way that everyone knows is to freeze it. Some of it you've got to blanch. Some of it you can just put in the freezer. Peppers you can put in the freezer, although we may roast some this year. Herbs we dehydrate half, and the other half we put in the freezer, and then when we get low we take them out. We spend the day dehydrating and processing them, breaking them down into mason jars. And the other thing we do is that my wife and I are both pescatarians. That means that we do not eat any beef, chicken, or pork, so a lot of seafood. And when you have a restricted diet like that, you really don't know what you're getting in the grocery store when you buy things like vegetable stock. So we make our own vegetable stock. This is carrots, peppers, leeks, celery. I think we even had some corn in this one because we had a stock of corn left over from last year. This took us about an hour to do in our Instant Pot pressure cooker. We got 6 pints that day, and we're probably going to be doing some more here soon. We've got pickled onions. I don't really like onions that have been frozen. They tend to break down, and so I pickle mine. And it's a natural fermentation process. Our fermenter looks like this. This is actually our cabbage. We're making caraway sauerkraut right now. This is the bubbler. It's still got a few bubbles in there. Fermenting's almost done though. This I started February 1st, and I'll probably can it tomorrow afternoon. We also do a lot of our own marinaras. My wife and I are both Italian, so we do a lot of regular marinara, which is the marinara rosso, which I have right here. Really good. This one jar will do 2 people for spaghetti or lasagna or anything of that nature. We also have a marinara verde, which is a green tomato marinara. Out of the 35 pounds of tomatoes we harvested from 4 plants, not all of them were ripe, so we froze them, and we froze 10 pounds of green tomatoes. So we made some. I know it's got a little red tint to it. That's the tomato paste we put in it, but it's a sweet marinara that is great on shrimp with linguine or fettuccine, any long noodle pasta. Really like it that way. Lots of peppers in it, onions, leeks, things of that nature. We also do a lot of our own jams. We ferment our carrots. This takes about 7 days, 6 days, and you get some really good fermented carrots. They're sweet and sour at the same time, with a little salty and a nice snap to them. They don't break down like cucumbers do. We also, with our cucumbers, I don't have any right now, we're out. We make cucumbers in the freezer. We put the liquid in a bag of cucumbers. We stick it in the freezer and freeze it, and 3 weeks later we have freezer pickles. They're really good. We tend to do them on things like burgers and stuff like that. I don't really like just eating them straight. But there's a lot of things you can do to preserve your food. Another thing we're going to do with a percentage of our food is everyone always asks us if we're going to sell at farmers markets, and that's not really why I garden. I'm not in this to make money, I'm in this to feed. So January 13th we pledged through Gardener Supply to donate a portion of our crops to the local food pantry, which is Friends Helping Friends. It's just down the street from us. I've talked with the director. He's going to go ahead and come get the food from us, and we're going to try to grow things for them every week. So we're doing a lot of cut and come again crops, such as lettuces, shards, things of that nature. We're also doing peas, which are another cut and come again crop, beans. So we have about 60 square feet of our property set aside for them to produce food for the local food pantry. And the reason we're doing that is my main reason to grow food is to feed, and I don't go without, and I don't think anyone else should go without. And I think our society does a lot more junk food and fast food than it does good quality food. And some people don't know how to grow their own food. And then some of the stuff that you get in certain grocery stores, again, not mentioning any names, they produce really bad quality food. By the time you get it, it's wilting, it doesn't last long. So we're donating a 60 square foot section of a container garden to the Friends Helping Friends. And there are 500,000 homeless people in the United States alone. 125,000 of them are children, 40,000 are veterans, and 1 in 7 people in this country rely on food pantries for their food. That means 46,000 Americans rely on food pantries, and there's just not enough food to go around, especially fresh food. Most people donate cash, they donate canned goods, box goods, non-perishable items, but they don't get a whole lot of produce. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to do me a favor, and even if it's 1 square foot of your garden, or maybe one 1-gallon pot, grow something. Donate it to a food pantry, a soup kitchen. Soup kitchens love to receive fresh vegetables for feeding the homeless. No one should have to worry where their next meal is going to come from. No one should have to go to bed hungry, especially children and the homeless. So please join us on helping your fellow countrymen, whether it's America, Australia, England, wherever you are. Feed your people. If we all banded together and even just gave 1% of what we grow to a soup kitchen or a food pantry, be a lot better place to live. So if you're going to pledge to do that, we ask you leave a comment down below, like our video, share it with your friends. Those of you that are gardeners that have friends and family that are doing it, we ask that you ask them to help too. It's a good thing to do, and you're already growing food, so why not just throw a little extra in? Thank you and have a good day.